What's up, everybody? Justin here, and it's time once again for a Lake St. Clair fishing report slash ice report. So sit back, relax, and let's get into this week's report.
One of the best to ever do it.
The Lake St. Clair fishing report is brought to you by Rose Marine. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the channel. This is the original source for Lake St. Clair fishing reports here on YouTube, and I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to this week's report. So, if you look forward to these reports every single week, give me a thumbs up down below and let me know by giving me a thumbs up that you love these reports. But let's get into what you came here for. Over here at the Crocker boat launch on the south side of Beacons Cove, looking down towards 9 Mile Tower, lots of ice. Lots of ice as far as I can see. Out around the spillway mouth, though, we do have open water, and we're going to have open water the entire weekend because it's going to be warm. So areas like the spillway that have open water, flowing water, you need to be conscious, you need to be safe and be smart when fishing near those areas if you choose to. There are guys fishing to the south of the spillway, that little cove corner. They're at the very, very southern tip of L'Anse Creuse Bay here, just north of the 400 Club. I can pretty much see ice all the way down to Masonic, looking out onto the main lake part of the ice. I'll show you this a little later in the video also. We are starting to get some cracks forming on the main lake ice, and later in the video I will show you guys a satellite image of what that is looking like out here on Lake St. Clair, so you can be informed and you can be aware, especially this weekend with that warm weather and that strong west wind. You can make the right decision for you. Fishing wise, we're in that midwinter where you gotta move, you gotta keep hunting, looking for those active fish. Once you find them, it's fairly easy to catch them, but you gotta keep moving. You might see fish down your hole that just are not eating. Spend a little time on them, see if you can trigger them. If you can't, move on. Go find some more fish. So over here off my shoulder, I did just watch a group of diving ducks drop into an open pocket out here, dead front in front of Beacons Cove, probably half mile, 3/4 of a mile out from where I'm sitting presently. So, like I said when I was talking about Crocker, we are starting to get some open areas forming, and the wind we have today, and then the wind we have coming on Sunday, does have me a little concerned, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about so you can make an informed decision on where you feel comfortable fishing this weekend out here on Lake St. Clair. Let's go take a look over at Gino's. Looking here to the north towards Gino's, the Condo, Sea Witch, all the way up to Metro, you can see guys are fishing literally all over the place. Today it's a really nice weather, so there's guys out on buckets, there's a few machines out on the ice here in L'Anse Creuse proper. But the story is it's midwinter. Stay moving until you locate those active fish and then sit on them and enjoy. But if you're seeing fish and you're not catching them, you got two options: either move or chuck a spear down at them to get after those yellow perch. There has been a lot of northern pikes speared lately as well out here in the bay, so you do have some of that activity going on. Pretty much the whole bay is snow covered right now, so as the weekend progresses, if we lose some of that snow cover, remember to fish the white ice areas, the areas that shade the water below. That will start to concentrate and congregate these fish into smaller and smaller areas that may help you catch a few fish this weekend. Hey, did you get the notification about my last video? If you didn't, be sure you click down below, hit that red subscribe button, and ding that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. So if you're wondering why I'm doing all these talking parts inside the vehicle, well, it's 'cause it's a little windy and I don't want to have all that wind noise on my audio. But out here at Metro, as you can see, there's a fair amount of people scattered all over off the day sail and the beach area here at Metro. Saw a gentleman that has a really cool device, and let me show you that really quick.
Down. You got the shelf there, you put music on and stuff, put the heater there or back there, and there's the minnow bucket, and then there's the food bucket.
This is awesome, man.
Thanks.
So that was interesting. That was a power-assisted sled. The guy converted a Power Wheels toy car to help push his sled on the ice. So that was pretty neat and novel. I've never seen anything like that. Gotta love ice fishing, man. We come up with some cool, crazy designs of just solving problems that we have out here on the ice. So that's it for the day sail part. I talked to a gentleman that watches the videos. It looks like he's taking out his daughter. He said that it is her first time out on the ice. So I hope they have a good time and they catch lots of fish. And to the gentleman that's taking his daughter out, thank you for passing it on. Just a quick reminder, if you're coming out here fishing this weekend at Metro, there is the Cold as Ice fishing tournament hosted by WCSX 94.7 or whatever. It's a classic rock station. They hold this event every year now with the Lake St Clair Walleye Association. They have a kids event one day, tournament the other. Cool event. If you're coming out here, something extra to look forward to besides spending time out here on Lake St Clair, catching some perch, sticking some pike. So over here by the marsh area and the boat launch area, you can see behind me, we have some open water. This open water is actually caused by flow from the Clinton River coming down the Venetian Canal and into the back basin, or the south. Is it in the south or north marina? I don't know. One of the big marina back where they hold all the bass tournaments. So this area right here is always going to be a problem area. The ice is always thinner in this particular area. And with all the runoff and the weather that we've had, we've actually caused it to open up and just basically have a skim layer. So this is definitely a place you need to be very cautious of. But right here off this stump, there's a nice big brush pile. So when this all opens up, say late March, early April, ooh, wow, there's a lot of brush right along here. You might have some good crappie spots right here for some bobber fishing early in the springtime. So over here at Harley Ensign, I hope the wind is not too bad. I'm trying to, you know what, let's do it this way. There we go. That might help it out. Let me know in the comments if that little button I just flipped helps out the wind noise a little bit on this. As you can see, open water. Candles Bay, Campbell Bay, stay out of it. Don't even risk it. Not worth it. Leave it to the ducks. They are enjoying themselves. And same thing with the Clinton River mouth. Leave it to the ducks. It is toast and probably it for the year. It probably will not refreeze the rest of this year. Just a hunch looking at the long range forecast. So over here at Salfridge, there is a lot of guys out fishing today. Don't blame them. It's gorgeous out. And if I didn't have to make sure I get a bunch of work done today, I'd be out here with you guys fishing. But today I got a little bit of time to make a video, and the rest of the day I got to spend in the office doing a whole bunch of paperwork. But who cares about my life? We want to know about fish. Fishing over here is pretty much the same as L'Anse Creuse Bay. You're going to have to do a little hunting, a little searching. When you see the fish, if they're not active, try to figure out what might trigger them. Give them 20, 30 minutes. If that doesn't work, chuck a spear or move on to the next group of fish. From where I'm at, the new parking lot area here at Salfridge, I can see guys all the way to Cotton Road, fishing basically from the Cotton Road all the way down to the barracks. So lots of guys out enjoying this Michigan weather that we are having, which is great. For open water issues over here, I don't see anything glaring, okay? I do see a lot of tracks coming in and out of the channel where Anglers Point and SDI2 are located. I know over down towards Hartley Ensign, McInrays, there is some areas that have opened up, but those areas have been holding steady. Doesn't look like we have any other big cracks forming yet out there, so Anchor Bay should hold up for pretty much the whole weekend. There might be some pockets of open water here and there up by Brandenburg and Maryburg Park, like the ones I showed you in last week's video, and also where the North Channel kicks some current in over by the raft, really out towards Grassy Island. There might be some movement out there on the ice. So, like I promised earlier in the video that I would discuss a satellite image. And well, on the 15th, there's a little bit of open water in the central middle part of the lake, and it looks like that has progressed some more for us. As you can see here in the image, you know, basically from the firecracker all the way south, we have a lot of movement in the ice. There's two good-sized pockets over off of Lance Cruz Bay. That pocket that I can see from Hartley Ensign, that is at the southern end of Lance Cruz Bay that heads towards McInrays. You can see there's an opening there. You can see a faint crack of an area that looks to be opening up, and then there's two major cracks coming basically from Lottie View and Brandenburg area. A couple other little pockets here and there. The North Channel's got a couple little like fractures showing, but we have a westerly wind pretty much from the day all the way through the weekend. So a lot of that ice in Anchor Bay and that should hold. But we need to be very conscious of what's going on at Lance Cruz Bay. There is some chunks that, if enough movement can happen, we could see some ice shift and move around and open up a gap out there. Do I think we're going to lose shore ice? No, not this weekend. I don't think that's going to happen. But it's something to be conscious of, to be aware of. If you're on that ice and all of a sudden your lure starts to kick and look like you're trolling, hurry up, pick up, get back to the direction that you came from, and see if you can get off that shelf before it gets out too far. And our friends at the Coast Guard and the fire department have to come out and rescue you. Just something to be in the back of your mind when you're out here fishing, just to be aware of that this is a possibility. It's a very low percentage possibility where a lot of guys are ice fishing that something like this will happen this weekend. But I think it's important to kind of highlight it and just let you guys know that, hey, as the winter progresses, this could be a real concern for many of us out here fishing. That's going to do it for this week's ice report, guys. Do want to thank you for tuning in, and as always, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please click down below, hit that red button, ding that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I post a video. Now, if you used to get notifications and you stopped, make sure that bell is done, because occasionally YouTube likes to turn it off. I don't know why, I hate it, but hey, thank you, and as always, tight lines, happy casting, and we'll see you on the next video.
And becoming the best at it and mastering myself and seeing what I have within me. If you decide to drop your buckets where you are and develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you.